Welcome back to the channel. So today's video is gonna be about what's inside your dryer, basically your dryer where you dry your clothes. These damn things cost so much. um, it's amazing how much they cost. And then I decided to open it because I have had a few issues with the dryer that we have. Now when we moved in the house, the dryer was already in the house, installed by the previous owner, I am guessing. So if you thought that you were paying, if you're paying, $1,000 for a dryer and you're wondering, what the heck is inside a dryer, there literally is. I'm sure. I mean, the company invests a lot of money to make sure that your the dryer does not catch fire, or maybe they have technology that goes into it. Now maybe they have dryers that actually you can run from a phone app or something like that. See that again, the price for these things are off the roof. I mean, you see anywhere from $400 maybe to $1,000, $1,500. I didn't even check the highest price for this thing. But then, like I said, if you open the dryer, it's a very simple machine. You will actually have an intake for the air. There is the heating coil of some kind. So once the cold air hits that hot coil, the warm air gets into the machine, and then the hot air exits from the other side once it's done its job, and then it gets vented out of the house. So while I have this thing here, so there you see there are a couple latches over here. It is very easy to open your dryer. Actually, literally you can use a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and just if you pry it, it will actually come off once the top comes up. And then there are screws at the back here, but there are screws from the inside, so that's why you don't see screws as much on the outside on a dryer unless you go to the back of the dryer. The screws are really in the front, so once you take the screws out, the whole thing, the whole front comes out, and then this is what you have after you remove the front. So first off, what you will notice is when I pop it open, which I did not completely pop it open, there you have your knobs and your electronics. All the wiring is at the back, mostly at the back, except for these wires that come up to the front. That's what actually there's a little button here. I can actually pop that open. See that? So literally when you press that is when it activates, like you can actually run the machine. As you can see, there are like 3 set of wires running from here. That's what controls this button here. I don't know if you guys have noticed in your dryers you have this. When you press that, when you open the door, you will see the light on the back pop. Like there's a halogen light on the back there that pops. That's what does it. So it's just like your fridge, where you have that on your fridge as well. And then you have the cover, and then you have your lint trap. This is your lint trap. So basically you have your clothes here, and then this is a fan here that actually rotates, and then it sucks in the hot air from here together with the lint, gets here, and then through the lint trap, and then goes all the way to the bottom, right? So acts as a suction here. So this thing acts as a suction with this fan, and then this feeds to the back, this huge pipe here, or your cylindrical piping here, and then feeds all the way to the back through those, then eventually vents outside the house. Okay, all right, so this is your drum. Of course, this is where your clothes go. And then I'm gonna show you what's inside. I actually put the lights already in there, so I can show you what's in there. So that's your motor, right? Really, that's your engine right there, believe me or not. And then you have your belt. Then there's a white thing, that's the pulley. And then you see that thing on the top, like right in front of the motor. That's really doing the job for you guys.
And I know that my machine is broken, so I'm trying to fix it, and that's why I thought, okay, well, I might as well record it while I have it open.
This video is about what's inside your dryer. um, I had to open I had to open my dryer in the house at least 3 or 4 times around last summer. It just gave up at some point. Found out a part that was broken, replaced the part, kind of started working, and then again about a month after stopped working. It would work sometimes, if it would not work sometimes. So I had to keep opening the dryer to figure out what was it that was causing it to work or not work sometimes. And finally I found out that a piece of rubber on the very top, which had over time come out of its attachment to the metal piece, that was causing, it almost worked as a softener or a cushion. It almost acted as a cushion for these two pieces of metal, so it did not rattle. So that rubber band had, over time, I guess it just came off, and then a loose piece of that rubber band was hanging on from the top. And when the drum started spinning, it would catch on that, or even before maybe the drum started spinning, it would catch on that sticky rubber. If I was lucky, the drum would not catch the rubber, or the rubber would not catch the drum. It would start working. And then there were days when, the first time I set the timer and hit the start button, it would go nowhere. And then I had to open the whole thing again. So it took me multiple tries. I never even, it wasn't the first thing that I have in my mind to check the piece of rubber on the top. I always thought it was something electronic or mechanical failure, and it was a mechanical failure, but that wasn't the first thing that I had in my mind as to what might be causing it. I actually thought about maybe the belt was loose, or maybe the way the belt is looped into the pulley is what's causing it to stop working. And I think the most fascinating part of this whole thing, outside of the fact that, again, there is an electronic part, which is the motor there, outside of that, I think the fanciest part of this thing is probably this pulley arrangement there, because I hadn't noticed how interesting that is until I actually opened it, and I found out that it can get pretty. The pulley has a spring attachment there that actually tightens the belt. So once you put the belt, it will actually, the spring will pull it back, and then the belt gets tight again. Overall, the dryer is a very simple piece of machine. If you were wondering, should I open my dryer, I would say go for it. Like I said, just be careful that you have unplugged the dryer when you're working on it. There might be parts that that can carry charge, but once you have unplugged it, you should be pretty safe to operate it. It can be heavy, so just be careful not to hurt your back trying to move it. But I mean, it's not the heaviest thing in the house. So hopefully this video is helpful. This is the make and model. The make and model of this dryer is right here. It's a Maytag unit, and this is the model number and serial number if you need that, and need to get a part for it on Amazon to match it. If you like what you're seeing on this channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment below as well. And absolutely, be sure to give the thumbs up and hit the bell button so you get notified whenever I post videos. As of now, I'm posting video once a week, and I post it on Friday morning. So literally Thursday night, Friday morning. So guys, hopefully this was helpful. Again, this is really how your dryer, this is really what goes in your dryer. And I'm gonna conclude here. and we'll see you next time.